Momma Cuisine is about making great everyday meals with simple ingredients and basic cooking techniques, and I want to show you how. Now tell me that this doesn't look like a meal you would find in a restaurant. This show also highlights restaurants, foodies, artisans, and events to help me in my quest in making great everyday meals. So come join me. I'm Johanna Cook of Momma Cuisine. Momma Cuisine is a proud sponsor of the Good Food Festivals coming to Chicago from March 15th through 17th. For more information, visit www.goodfoodfestivals.com. Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Momma Cuisine. I am Johanna Cook. Today we're going to be visiting the Green Earth Institute in Naperville, Illinois, about 30 miles west of Chicago. It's a 60-acre organic farm founded by Steve Tewald, and I'm going to go check it out. I'm so excited to get out there today. But first, before we get out there, I need to make a quick lunch because I know we're going to spend a long afternoon out there walking around and just learning about the farm, so I need to make sure I won't be so hungry when I'm out there. And today I'm going to make and show you how to make a really quick and delicious apple panini. So first I got some crusty bread, and I have my panini machine heating up already. It's quite hot, so I'm just letting that chill out, and that's what's going to help us make this all crusty and gooey and the cheese melted. I have this bread here. Get a serrated knife. So I'm going to cut pretty thick slices here of this bread. You want it thick because the panini machine is going to squish it down. So you want it pretty thick so that if you start off with thin slices, you're going to end up with like nothing. So you want some pretty thick slices out of this, okay? So we'll just cut this bread. Maybe half an inch thick or so. Make sure you use a serrated knife for this. What's awesome about paninis is that it's a warm sandwich, and sometimes you don't want a cold sandwich, you want a warm sandwich. So you get your warm toasty sandwich, usually made with cheese inside. This is perfect for your grilled cheese as well for the kids. Or you could make it a little bit more fancy for a brunch. Like today we're gonna be making this apple panini. I have this set aside here. I have Fuji apples, and I like it because it's sweet. I'm gonna use the same serrated knife. And we have how many here? Okay, I'll make 2 sandwiches. And what you wanna do is cut these at a pretty hearty slice as well, hearty slices. Crispy, crunchy apple. Fuji apple, Gala apple would work very well also. So we're gonna do here, very simple. We're gonna take our apple slices. First I have some arugula. Actually, first things first. Peppery arugula. Okay, and then we have the sweetness of the apples. Put that on top. Yeah, depending how big your bread is. I mean, right now, 2's doing me just fine. I have Havarti cheese. You could use Gouda also. Havarti's nice, kind of salty, kind of nutty. It's gonna melt so nicely. Okay, we're gonna put this right on top. Put your other piece of crusty bread. And let's do that one more time with our other sandwich here, with our other panini. So we'll do this again. With a little arugula, like we said, that peppery green, in contrast with those sweet apples. Let's do maybe 3 on this one. Then we have Havarti cheese. Very simple. Imagine making this for some friends for a brunch also. Quite fancy. All right, now before we plop it on, we want to make sure to add some butter. Set these aside. I'm gonna take a little bit of butter. That's what's gonna give it a nice crust. Put a little bit of butter on that side. little bit of butter on this side. A little more. Now we're gonna open our panini machine. We're gonna open this up. Now buttered side down, that's what you wanna do. So kind of flip it over. You can hear it right away. Now while that's on the other side, you wanna butter the other side as well. So simple. And really, you can do this with a lot of different things. Your regular ham and Swiss, do it as a panini. You could do chicken with a little pesto. You wanna just slowly shut that down. And let the weight of your panini maker press this down a little bit. And as the weight comes down on your paninis, it'll get it pressed together. The apples and the arugula and the Havarti cheese will come together, and it's gonna get really gooey and so awesome. I can't wait to have lunch. It's a really quick lunch, or you could even make it a dinner. Here's our first panini. Here's the second. And just look, you can see the melted cheese already coming out, and the sandwich has been pressed down a little bit. Good idea to cut it a little bit thick, like I said earlier, because the panini grill presses it down, and you could smell that cheese and the sweet apples. Oh, so good. Let's cut this in half so you can see how it looks. It's quite hot. You have to be very careful. The apple is still crunchy, yet it's softened just a little bit, and you could just see the layers. Apple, arugula, so good. Talk about a quick yet gourmet lunch for yourself. And a nice little lunch for me before we head out to the Green Earth Institute today. Here you go, very quick and easy, apple and Havarti paninis.
The Green Earth Institute is a 60-acre organic farm in Naperville, Illinois, just 35 miles west of downtown Chicago. It's a nonprofit organization that was formed in 2002, and its mission is to provide nutritional health and environmental sustainability. Using their organic farm as a demonstration and learning center, they grow healthful vegetables in an earth-friendly way and educate about nature, nutrition, and caring for the earth. Each summer at the farm, they provide educational programs for preschool, elementary, and middle school children. Year-round, they offer farm tours, speakers for adult, college, and high school groups. And during the spring and summer, and the fall, they offer educational programs for school and scout groups. An annual Green Earth Fair on the first Sunday in May features speakers, exhibits, vendors on environmental and nutritional topics, as well as farm tours, children's activities, food, and musical entertainment. On this day, I had the pleasure of visiting the farm to meet Steve Tewald, the founder of the Green Earth Institute. There, he taught me more about what a community-supported agriculture is, or CSAs for short. I hope you enjoy this program and this episode of the Momma Cuisine Show. So we are here at the Green Earth Institute in Naperville, Illinois. I'm so excited to be here to meet Steve Tewald, the founder of Green Earth Institute, and he's going to teach us, show us a farm, teach us a lot of things about especially the CSAs, and come join us. We're going to go in and check it out.
Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Momma Cuisine. I am Johanna Cook. Today I am on location. I am at the Green Earth Institute in Naperville, Illinois. It's just 35 miles west of Chicago, so very close to you city folk out there to come out and visit. I'm here with the founder of the Green Earth Institute, Steve Teewald. He's going to talk to us about his farm, everything that they do here, and especially teach us about what a CSA is all about, how it works, and what we could do if you want to try it out this year. I know I do. How we could start to do it this year. So thank you so much for being here, Steve, and letting us in.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Oh, of course. Now tell us, these boxes, which is the CSA box, first of all, what does the CSA, what does it stand for?
CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture. CSA. And that's a direct relationship between the farmer and the consumer. There's no middleman.
Right.
And so the people are able to have fresh, nutritious, locally grown vegetables. It's a subscription arrangement. People pay in advance for the whole season, and then once a week or once every 2 weeks they come to the farm and get a box of freshly harvested vegetables.
That's awesome. So straight from the farmer. Now I know that's a big, there's a movement at the restaurant movement where everything's farm to table, and you're paying tons of money to go in to these places, but this is a way for you yourself to get to the farm, meet the farmers, talk to them yourself, and get it fresh from the farm. And you would be surprised, right now we're in Naperville, Illinois, which is 35 miles west of Chicago, and Naperville is a pretty big town with many other cities around it, and all these people could come to you and get farm fresh food.
Well, we're fortunate to have a farm in the middle of suburbia. Bless Mrs. McDonald. She died 12 years ago, but before she died, she donated her 60-acre farm to the Conservation Foundation. And we are leasing the farmland at the McDonald Farm to grow these wonderful, nutritious vegetables.
And everything is organic, correct?
Everything's organic. We are certified organic. And food is the foundation of health. And nutrition is so important, and by buying directly from the farm like this, people can know where their food came from. They can learn what chemicals were applied. In our case, no chemicals.
No chemicals.
And learn about nutrition and be able to access very nutritious, fresh, local food.
And it's fun. Now I know you have a lot of programs for kids as well. Tell us about that.
We have summer camps for elementary school kids, and we have a program called Nature Buddies, preschoolers and their parents, and families on the farm, Saturday mornings doing nature education things and exploring the farm. And this year, new will be family overnights, 4 family overnights on the farm. Once again, educational and fun experiences.
Have fun, so they get to sleep over at the farm. I love that. I'll sign up for that for sure. And you're close to home. I don't live very far from here, so it's amazing to me that even though we're in the suburbs, this is a very forward city. There's a lot of things going on here, but right in your backyard is this huge 60-acre organic farm just sitting there waiting for you to come and participate and meet your farmers, and maybe try out a CSA 1 year and just see if it works out for you. Anything that we could do to help our local farmers, local food artisans, is great for everyone, for your health, for the local economy, for your local farmers out there. And I really think that you should come out to Naperville this year and go to the Green Earth Institute.
At the farm we grow 40 different vegetables and herbs, so let me name a few of them. Of course, the lettuce, greens, and spinach, and arugula, the root crops like carrots and beets and turnips and rutabagas, brassicas family, cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, winter squash, summer squash, tomatoes, can't forget those tomatoes, tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, fennel, basil, thyme.
Everything.
Lots and lots of things. That's because the human palate is one variety, and we want to be able to feed people over several weeks.
Right.
The way the CSA works, the way our CSA works anyway, is that our main season is 20 weeks of harvest, beginning in mid-June and going to the end of October. And then, so during that time period, we have about 10 to 12 different crops in season at any one time.
Right.
So when people come for their CSA pickup, that's the variety that they get. We also have started what we call a season extension on the front end and the back end. So we have a spring box that is 4 weeks. The spring share is 4 weeks from mid-May to mid-June, and the late fall from through the month of November, 4 weeks. And the amount, people often say, well, how much is it? And it just so happens that these harvest bins that we have are 3/4 of a bushel. And that's in which they come to the farm once every 2 weeks and get a big box of freshly harvested.
You do weekly, bi-weekly. That's too much for you. That's a great idea, actually. And I didn't even think of that, is to share it. Maybe your family of just 2 or 3, and maybe it's too much to have, you know, this whole bin to yourselves every week, but to share it and go have these with another family is a great way, and also the affordability, it helps to afford it for sure. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now what else do we have here?
This is the newsletter. We have a newsletter each week with CSA pickup. A lot of the vegetables are common ones. Cucumbers and tomatoes, people know what to do with, but other vegetables like kohlrabi and rutabaga, there's questions. What is this? Or I've seen it, but I've never dealt with it. So we have a newsletter each week that has farm news and information about the vegetables that week, and recipes and nutrition information. So a lot of people look to this as a source of information about how to use the vegetables. Now, these are paper copies. We have now gone electronic to save some trees and to be more efficient. But I wanted to show you these because this is really an important part of the CSA for a lot of people. One other thing I wanted to mention is the pickup style that we do. Because of our location in the midst of residential houses, we're able to have people come directly to the farm to pick up. And that's as opposed to having a drop site where the farm out in the country brings the vegetables in boxes and puts them at a pickup point, maybe somebody's front porch or something like that. And that's a very valid way to do it. But we're fortunate to be able to have pickup right here at the farm. So we do it in what's called the market style. We have a long row of tables in the barn, and we put the harvest bins, these harvest bins, on the tables with a sign behind each one, what it is and how many. So it might say, carrots, take 8, beets, take 4, spinach, take 1 bag. And people go through the line and have their sustainable bag. We don't hand out plastic bags like
none of that here.
They bring their sustainable container and take their allocation. Now, at the end of the line, we do have a swap box. So if there's some vegetable that someone is not so fond of, and they see something in the swap box that they are more fond of, then they can swap that out. But it's great to have the pickup at the farm. People bring their kids. They have their kids involved in selecting the carrots and the beets and the turnips.
Great way to get the kids involved and meet your community and your neighbors, for sure. And you know what's fun is the interaction that takes place between the farmer and the eater right there talking about the food, but also between the eaters, because they say, well, like kohlrabi, I didn't know how to fix this, and the person behind him in line says, oh, well, this is what we did, and there's a camaraderie there about how to use these nutritious vegetables. Well, thank you so much. I have learned so much today about your farm and the CSA and how it all works. If you guys need any more information about the Green Earth Institute, can you tell us their website address?
Yes, our website is greenearthinstitute.org. greenearthinstitute.org. You know what the ORG stands for?
Now what?
Organic.
There you go. So, ORG, Green Earth greenearthinstitute.org for organic. Very good. Thank you so much for having us here today. Go ahead and you'll see me making a recipe very soon using farm fresh ingredients. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please, if you want to see any more recipes, go ahead and visit mommacuisine.com or subscribe to this channel. Thank you.